Hello everyone and welcome back to Astrologaster with Simon Doctor Forman. Hang on, that's not right at all. Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. My name is Mr. Bryhorn, otherwise known as Briar, and we are back in the world of Astrologaster or Astrologaster. We're Doctor Simon Forman. We're trying to get our medical license. We just helped Lady Fortescue here help with a dicky tummy from eating a chili pepper. It was a different time. Yeah, let's see how we're going. Who are you? Haven't met him yet.
Mayhap a little shy, but pleasing to the eye. His eyes, his hair, his shape, the form, so has he a sweetheart, pray tell us the truth.
Well, that was an unexpected song. I don't think this is going to go well.
Good morrow, young sir. Methinks this is your first consultation, Mr.
Humphrey Bell, sir.
And how may I do you service this day, Mr. Bell?
I want to get lean in that.
You wish to become lean, you say? And why would you need to be any leaner than you are now? You do not appear at all overplump. Indeed, you appear to be a young man in the full vigour of health.
Yay, but I do the lady parts though, innit?
You do the lady parts. Oh, I see. You are a player who plays feminine roles upon the stage. Yes, I think I recognize you now. You play for Lord Chamberlain's men, do you not? The company of players led by Will Shakespeare, Richard Burbage and Will Kemp, among others.
Aye, sir. I play for them as a hired man, and next month I'm to play a fairy queen in a play we're doing for Lord Hunston at his daughter's wedding. But bossman Burbage says I'm too plump for the role.
Humphrey, your girth does make it difficult for an audience to imagine you getting up out of your fairy throne, let alone flying.
Yes, I think I understand. 'Twould imperil the audience's suspension of disbelief, thus breaking the fourth wall, as you players so call it.
Ah, sir, indeed. Mr. Burbage worries much for them scenery walls, for he says my rear end is of such a size 'tis liable to smash right through 'em.
Rude.
Anyways, Mistress Burbage told me that to fit into her gowns she bids herself chunder after eating. Might you give me some herbs for that or something?
And Mistress Burbage would be Richard Burbage's wife, I presume. Well, to judge what would be most effective in your case, I shall need to consult the stars. What should Mr. Humphrey Bell do to become leaner?
I'll not throw up. That's just horrible. Don't want to go down that road. Bossman says I'm too plump for the fairy queen. Humphrey may provoke downward purging from his funnel by inducing in a poem. No. Humphrey may induce upward has been provoked by chronic overconsumption of food. He must commit an underconsumption of food if he hopes to become clean leaner. So eat less. Purging's not going to help either end. It's just going to make you ill. Eat less.
The solution is quite simple, Mr. Bell. If you would make yourself leaner, you have but to eat less.
Why would I need a doctor to tell me that though? I need something to do it quicker than that, urgent like. Know you what I mean?
Indeed. Sadly, I am familiar with the tendency of the young folk of this day to seek quick, easy fixes to their problems.
What about Mistress Burbage and her chundering though? Can I not have what she is taking?
Well, there are ways to induce imbalances in your body to purge itself, but doing so is not at all healthsome. For instance, I might have told you of the dangerous practice of taking goodly quantities of prunes and rhubarb to purge from the fundament. But that would have been negligent.
You just did.
For as a physician, I cannot endorse...
Prunes and rhubarb? So I just eat them things. Easy.
Thank
you, Doctor. Give you a good day.
Hold, sir. I'd strongly advise against such a...
He could have poisoned himself with rhubarb. That's not good. I'm never going to get to 100 with him. Oh, not Devereaux again. Oh.
His family's too great. to jail, too rich to jail. But if Essex disobeys the Queen, she'll put him in the ground.
We can only hope.
Good day, my lord. I must own, your lordship's visit to my chambers does surprise me, for I'd believed, well, indeed all of England believes, that you are in Ireland at present.
Did anyone see me? No? Good. Now, bid your manservant close the shutters.
As your lordship pleases. William! William! Pray close the shutters. Yes, all of them. And fetch us some candles.
I pray the counsel you give me this day be wise, sirrah, for I find myself in the most desperate of predicaments.
And the last advice I gave you? That of offering to lead a military campaign to put down the Irish rebellion? I trust it worked to win back the Queen's favour. Indeed, the parade given to send you off was most impressive. I was there. Did you see me? I did wave at you. I do not imagine you would have seen me. So great were the crowds.
Yes, my offer to lead the campaign was well received by the Queen. But there was a fatal flaw in your advice.
Oh, and this flaw was...
Is it not obvious? I had to verily go to that midge-ridden bog-hole and try to put down the Irish. God's breath! Have you seen the Irish? They are savages. That Irish chieftain O'Neill and his band of fen-born brutes are especially bad.
Forsooth, they sound most fearsome. 'Tis a mercy you escaped with your life and are now back home safe in England.
Nay, I am not yet safe in England, I fear. For when the Queen finds out that I made a truce with O'Neill, heaven only knows how ill she will take it. Even my leaving Ireland without her permission will doubtless vex her.
What would you do
Then
with
the
it?
Queen has not been informed of your return?
Nay, she knows yet nothing of it. I am at present taking refuge with my sister, the Countess of Devonshire, at her country estate. But I cannot hide there forever. Hence I am come to you this day so that the stars may advise me on how I may extract myself from my current predicament and win back the favour of the Queen.
Then let us see what the stars advise. How might Lord Devereux escape the displeasure of Her Majesty the Queen and regain her favour?
Right, A. God will help Devereux if he appeals to the Queen's vanity and exercises patience. Robert Devereux must use his best asset to ward off the Queen's anger, his magnificent body. No, stop it. Devereux may revive his hopes of a brilliant career if all is not lost. Devereux must contrive a way to make the Queen see his disobedience within the context of their personal relationship rather than the act of disloyalty to the Crown. Perils his legacy with tendency towards confused optimism. Violence of the law. Having the Queen look upon him as a son she never had. Some of this is ringing bells in my brain. His name. Whatever. Let's seduce the Queen.
Your lordship must not give up hope, for though our queen may have the stomach and heart of a king, she has but the body and mind of a weak and feeble woman.
No, she doesn't.
Hence the stars suggest you use your manly physical attributes to resolve this affair.
I see. Use my imposing presence and masculine intelligence to overpower her. Show her who is truly sovereign.
Nay, my lord. Quite the reverse. You must appeal to her vanity and captivate her with your bodily charms. Perchance a tighter-fitting doublet would serve to...
God's yardle! You would have me bed the Queen? Doubtless you have never seen Her Majesty at close quarters, Forman. Elizabeth may be in fine health for an old woman, but she is more advanced in years than my own mother.
I am afeard the stars are most clear on this, my lord.
I see. But how am I to find a moment alone with her? If I make an entrance at court whilst Her Majesty is surrounded by guards and courtiers, I may be arrested on the spot.
Aye, 'twould be most perilous. Hold, I think I have it. My lord, if you were able to insinuate yourself into Whitehall Palace one morning before Her Majesty rises, you could approach the Queen while she is still alone in her bedchamber.
By the saints, 'tis no ill idea.
He's going to get killed.
I shall prepare to mount a surprise attack upon the Queen's defences. Huzzah!
Huzzah! Godspeed, my Lord Devereux.
That's not going to end well for you, Lord Devereux. Not at all. Oh, it's the Archbishop again.
Praise be to the Lord. The Lord Archbishop with gift, and thereby made the void unto us his eternal grace and favor. Praise be to the Lord Archbishop with gift.
Good day, Your Grace, and well met. Might I inquire whether Your Grace has made a decision regarding whether to give Thomas Blagg the bishopric of Salisbury?
Ah, yes, Dean Blagg. I had my chaplain look into what you told me regarding irregularities in Dean Blagg's stewardship of Rochester Cathedral. Methinks you said he was embezzling coin and pawning cathedral furnishings, did you not? Well, it seems you did speak true.
Oh, indeed?
Of course, I will make nothing of it, as I wish to avoid the scandal. I merely told Dean Blagg that I could not offer him the bishopric due to various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
As you do.
And what problem would Your Grace wish me to address this day?
Oh, 'tis a problem with my other deans. With each passing day there seems to be a new dean at the palace gates, come to petition me for this wretched bishopric of Salisbury. Presently, 'tis Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh. Since he returned from Ireland, he talks of nothing else.
How tiresome for Your Grace.
Indeed. I have told Owen that I am giving his request careful consideration, but in my experience, this only delays a dean for so long. I do have to grant the occasional bishopric, or else my deans become restless.
Doubtless, Your Grace.
But after what I learned about Dean Blagg, I must take care to exercise caution. Hence, I would have you tell me anything you know, that is, anything the stars reveal, about Owen Wood that would render him unsuitable to perform the role of bishop.
Then let us ask the stars. Is there any reason why the Most Reverend John Whitgift, the Archbishop of Canterbury, should not grant Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury?
So this is the dilemma I have. He was having an affair, but this dude clearly wants to bet anything that moves. Is impossible to please. Should bring out a dream to become a bishop to life. Patient man who has a god on his side. While Owen is uncertain about whether he will be offered the bishopric, he remains optimistic. What's this one? When it comes to his relations with women, Owen Wood has a creative interpretation of the teachings of the Bible and the sin of adultery. Owen Wood has betrayed his wife. Unborn child, eh?
I must advise against granting Owen Wood the bishopric, for the stars reveal that he has sinned most grievously.
Ah, verily? Grievously, you say?
I am afeard Dean Wood did commit the sin of adultery.
Ah, nothing else?
'Twas more than once, Your Grace.
Doubtless, doubtless. While I appreciate your most excellent discernment of this information from the stars, I must own that Dean Wood's extra-clerical activities are already well known to me. Why, even my own wife has had a tumble with the man.
Your Grace, I am sorry.
Hold, Sarah. In truth, 'tis of no consequence to me. What occurs in Lambeth Palace bides in Lambeth Palace, as we like to say.
Saucy.
But you are right to remind me of Dean Wood's indiscretions. For mayhap it be not wise to elevate Owen to such a public position as bishop. I do have the reputation of the church to consider.
Indeed, Your Grace.
I will tell Owen that while I had every intention of granting him the bishopric, my hands are now tied due to Various episcopal and doctrinal constraints.
Very wise, Your Grace. And one more matter, if I may. Has Your Grace yet had the opportunity to consider the granting of my medical license?
Ah, yes, that. Once my chaplain has finished looking into the matter, I shall be giving it careful consideration. Good day.
Went well. I've got 2 more with him. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh no.
In the lurch, for solution she does search. Tis true she's the bandit of the church, but Blog left Alice in the lurch.
Blog's left, eh? Oh.
Good day, mistress. What brings you?
I am come about my lover who is lately returned from Ireland.
Ah, yea, and your current lover is, as I recall... Ah, yes, your lover at present is Owen Wood, the Reverend Dean of Armagh, is it not?
Aye.
And according to my notes, you were afeard he might die in battle. And yet you do not appear to be much pleased he's returned alive. Whatever is the matter, madam?
It is being said around the diocese that my lover, Owen Wood, is romantically entangled with 2 other women.
And who might these 2 other women be? Might one of them be his wife, or...?
Of course not. Do not jape with me, Forman. For as you very well know, what you told me about Dean Wood reforming and becoming a loyal husband turned out to be naught but boil-brain. I did hear that one of the ladies Owen is seeing is Mistress Ways, while the other is a certain Anne Hayborn, with whom I am not yet acquainted. I do hear she is a very young and comely maiden, though mayhap a maiden no longer. I prithee, scribble one of those doodles of yours and tell me if this be true.
Madam, if you will but afford me some silence and calm, I will compose one of my doodles, as you so call my mathematically precise astronomical charts, and endeavour to answer your question. To wit, is Owen Wood, the Dean of Armagh, wooing other women?
Of course he is. There's a B here. Read stars was in blah blah. F1's great surprise will abandon the wench chasing ways. No. I can't even select C. Why can't I select C? What's happened here? Well, A it is then.
I have good tidings for you, mistress. Your relationship with Owen Wood is secure. 'Tis true he has indeed been conducting intimate liaisons with some of the wives and daughters of various deans and bishops, but...
So then 'tis true! What a maid-fiddling maggot of a man is he!
Aye, but prithee, madam, I had not finished. The stars suggest that Dean Wood's affairs with these women will shortly end, for it seems he is in dispute with them.
What, with all of them? At the same time?
It would seem so. Mayhap they all have been apprised of the same rumour that brings you this day.
Well, I am glad to hear these affairs are soon to be ended. But I will not lie, I am no less vexed with him. And indeed, if Owen has been larking about, 'tis only fair I do the same. To even things out between us.
Ah, I think what you may be referring to is lex talionis. 'Tis the law of retaliation, as practised by the ancient Babylonians. Well, madam, indeed, if it would help square matters betwixt you and Dean Wood, you may consider me wholly at your service.
Of course. No. Oh god, coitus post consultatio. He's such just stop sleeping with your patients, Foreman. Dear Lord. Why is he back? What's going to happen here?
God give you good even, Your Grace. I trust you were pleased with the previous counsel I gave you? The advice I gave against granting Owen Wood the bishopric of Salisbury.
Ah, yes, your counsel did indeed prove sound, for Dean Wood is now cods deep in scandal. The parish council has received numerous paternity suits, and 'tis said that scores of defiled wenches bethrong the gates of his deanery each morning, clutching suckling babes and demanding recourse. As for young Anne Hayborn, she has had her reputation ruined, and Dean Ways is barely speaking to his wife anymore.
On my word, how disgraceful.
Aye, indeed. If only Owen had the sense to exercise more discretion.
Indeed.
Yes, indeed, Your Grace.
The Bishop of London, for instance, manages his affairs very quietly. I might have been able to look the other way, but in this instance I could not let Owen's indiscretions pass. For a wretched local woman by the name of Mary Payne got wind of the scandal and stirred up a public fuss about it.
That's the nun.
Oh, the devil take the woman and her bacon-faced husband.
If I might venture an opinion, Your Grace, mayhap if we were to pay no heed to Mary Payne and her ilk, they would eventually tire of their animus and leave us all be. But is it upon such problems you come this day, or upon some other matter?
I am come about my health. I believe I do ail of something.
Then pray, describe your complaints to me, Your Grace.
Well, I am afflicted with pain in my back, and at times I find myself hard of breathing. Indeed, I feel I may have phlegm in my chest, and I do bear these odd-looking spots upon my body that will not mend.
If you will permit me to loosen your robes to examine you. Oh, I see. Methinks I have a notion of what ails you. Let me confirm it with a reading of the stars. What troubles Archbishop Whitgift?
What we got? Whitgift is troubled by mattering of the breast. It causes chest pain, which is occasioned by corrupt phlegm, which gathered in the chest, indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Trouble is afflicted with knobs on the yard, a disease often associated with lechery and characterised by wart-like growths in the privy members. It's not what you described. Suffering from the French pox, a venereal disease occasioned by lying with a pokey person. It's probably that. I don't want to lose my letter.
Your Grace, I know not how to put this delicately. You have the French pox. I am not sure how this is possible, as you're a man of the cloth. Indeed, mayhap I check the stars again.
No need. I did suspect as much.
Verily? How astute of you. The French pox can oft be difficult to cure, but in your case, it is not far advanced. This ointment of boar grease and mercury is to be applied to your entire body.
Mercury?
It must be rubbed in vigorously to ensure the mercury is well absorbed into the skin. You may then expect to see the sores on your body start to heal within a matter of days.
I see. And, I imagine your manservant William will be giving me this treatment?
No, Your Grace. The grease is to be taken home with you and applied each night before bed for 9 days. Mayhap your chaplain could apply it to your Grace's body.
Ah, yes, a fine idea. I thank you for this treatment, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Forman.
Before you leave, Your Grace, might I inquire again as to the possibility of you granting me a medical license? Your Grace did mention you would give it careful consideration.
Ah, yes, indeed I did I not? Have no fear, Dr. Forman. My chaplain is looking into it. Good day.
I don't believe him. Hey, the Archbishop, letter of recommendation. How many do I have? How do I check? Not there. Aha. 1, 2, 3, 4. or 3. I've only got 3, although is it at 100? I just got that one, so 4. I've got 4. I need 8. Not going to happen. Right, let's see if we can get those last 4 letters next time. If you enjoyed Astrologaster, leave a comment below, leave a like, so on and so forth. It's very fun. It seems that there is multiple journeys through this game as well, depending on what you choose earlier. I've had a couple of people die, but is there a way of not having them die? I don't know. But other than that, my name is Mr. Brian, otherwise known as Brian, and I will see you in the next video.